Well, hello, Canadian Campaholic here. It is mid-July now, and we are halfway through the 2019 camping season. It's crazy to believe it's 4 months into the season already. Time flies when you're having fun. Before we know it, we'll be getting into November and the winter hiatus, but let's not even think about that. The reason for today's video, I wanted to acknowledge a couple of things. First of all, my little tiny channel hit 400 subscribers, so a very small milestone. I'm certainly no PewDiePie with millions of subscribers, but you know what? Baby steps, and I feel that 400 subscribers is a pretty good milestone. The fact that there are 400 people out there who actually somewhat enjoy my videos and have actually taken the time to subscribe, I actually think is pretty cool. So from me to you, a huge thank you for your support, and I hope that you find my videos, like I said, somewhat useful. The other thing that I wanted to announce on the channel today is this. I'd like you to say hello to Big Betty. This is our brand new 2019 Dodge Ram 1500 Warlock. This is the 4th generation Rams. Still a 2019, brand new, only had a couple of miles on the clock, but of course Dodge and Ram are really focusing heavily on the 5th generation of these pickup trucks. So we got an incredible discount on this particular truck. Although it was brand new, we got a discount of approximately $20,000 off of the suggested retail price. This particular truck, it has a very unique look. I must admit, when I first saw it, I wasn't a massive fan of it, but it's growing on me, I must admit. It is a crew cab, so then that way we've got lots of room for the kids or some passengers if we need it. I did opt for the 5.7 liter V8 Hemi. This thing produces almost 400 horsepower, and I have to tell you guys, I'm not a big car nut, but when you start this thing up and rev it, oh my God, is it ever intoxicating. Of course, it is a 4x4. It does have the short box. Couldn't really afford to go up to a box larger than this, and really what was more important was to have, of course, the crew cab. For the kids, you know, there's just as much room in the back of this, if not more in some cases, than there was in our previous vehicle. It is a little narrow in the middle seat there, so if my mother does come camping with us, sorry Mom, you're gonna have to make do with that seat there, but it's quite comfortable. And then of course up front here, you know, very, very nice arrangement, lots of bells and whistles, lots of toys on this. Got the large display screen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We went to Cabela's or Bass Pro recently, and I got myself a nice hat. You know, that seems to be the Dodge Ram truck uniform. So got myself a nice hat. The other thing about this particular truck is it does have a 1-inch lift kit. So she rides nice and high, but I couldn't really afford running boards. Honestly, guys, I don't know what your opinion is, but I think the truck, if I back up here, I think it looks better without the running boards, to be honest with you. It's a little bit interesting climbing up and getting into it. But let's switch our focus. Let's talk about, you know, why did I upgrade to this truck? We've been towing our 2018 Salem Cruise Light with a Dodge Grand Caravan, and I realize that's going to cause a lot of debate. It brings out the trolls because they rant and rave about how, you know, they can't tow with those, they're not powerful enough, blah blah blah. We use a Blue Ox Sway Pro hitch, one of the best weight distribution hitches on the market in my opinion, and I also found out that the hitch they gave us was actually designed for much larger trailers. But the combination of the Sway Pro hitch, the tow package on the van, the electric brakes on the trailer, we've towed this trailer all over southwestern Ontario. We have towed it in very windy conditions, rainy conditions, and the van towed it just fine. It was very stable. It was not overly stressful to drive. The challenge became that if you tried to get on a highway, and get up to highway speeds of 60 miles an hour, let's say, or 100, 110 kilometers an hour, the van could do it, but it was definitely struggling. And because of the height of the trailer, 10 feet high, there was a lot of wind drag. We took the trailer to Niagara Falls. You know, if you take the main highways, that's a trip from our house that should take 2 hours. We went back roads, it took almost 4. And again, the van could do it, but it was very tiring. The other thing is, as much as we love our Salem Cruise Light, we would ultimately like to go up to something a little bit bigger. Behind us over here, there is an Imagine branded trailer that I'm guessing is closer to 30 feet in length over there. That's more in line with what we would eventually like to have. There is no way in hell you would ever tow that with a Grand Caravan. That is just not safe. Even with our trailer here, we're getting very close to pushing the limits of what the van can safely tow. So ultimately, what was the answer? A truck. We looked at SUVs, we looked at the Dodge Durango. Honestly, the Durango is just overpriced and really caps out at around 7,600 pounds, I want to say, if you buy the one with the huge V8, and now you're looking at like $70,000, $80,000. This truck here, maybe I'm oversharing, this is a $65,000 truck, and I ended up paying under $40,000 for it. Now, we lost money on the van because we financed it. We'd only had it for 2 years on an 8-year financing term. So yeah, we lost quite a bit of money on the van. That, of course, does factor into the cost of the truck. But this truck, with the tow package, with the V8 Hemi, it is only a half-ton, but it can tow up to 10,000 pounds. So some of the 32-foot travel trailers that we've looked at by Salem Cruise Light, even if they're fully loaded, their complete weight with the dry weight, the cargo carrying capacity, is around 7,500 to 8,000 pounds. So you've still got 2,000 pounds of space in there to take into account your passengers, your cargo, and all those things in the truck. And really, I'll be honest with you, towing our 22-foot trailer, which has a dry weight of about 2,800 pounds, fully loaded with cargo and everything. If we loaded it with water and full cargo, which we don't, it would be about 3,300 pounds. Towing it with Big Betty, you almost can't tell the trailer's there. It is an incredible difference. The engine does rev a little higher than I thought it would. Revs around 2,000 revs because you've got to put it in tow haul mode, and that basically stops your transmission from going into overdrive. It's an 8-speed transmission, and you don't want to burn out your transmission, so the revs seem to be a little higher. Again, 2,000 revs isn't a big deal traveling at freeway speeds, but because it's a V8, it's got quite a roar, and so I was a little surprised about that. Towing in terms of fuel consumption, yeah. Towing this trailer with the van, we averaged about 17 liters per 100 kilometers. With the truck, you're looking at around 20. Which again, when you consider I can take this on the freeway if I wanted to, I can drive at speeds of upwards of 90 kilometers an hour if I want to, almost effortlessly. That's a tongue twister. It makes a big difference. Now, sadly, when we did talk to our friendly bank that helped us get the truck, and we talked about a much larger trailer like that Imagine trailer over there, they did turn us down at the moment. Although my credit's good, my income's good, they just felt that, you know, we're trying to we flipped a van, which had a high lien on it because it was only 2 years into the financing. Now we're trying to flip a trailer, which we financed on a 20-year term. They just felt it was 2 products too quickly. So there's nothing wrong with the Cruise Light. If you look at my channel, we did a video recently about all the things that we love and the things that we don't like so much about the trailer. It's perfectly functional. It's 2018. It's in phenomenal shape. We just would like something just a little bit bigger. You know, my son's 9 years old. He's 5'1" already, so the little bunks in here are getting a little tight. So, but one step at a time. I will say my wife hates the truck. She's not a fan. She misses the minivan. She misses the DVD entertainment system, the Bluetooth headsets for the kids to listen to the radio. She's not comfortable driving the truck. I mean, it's not massive. It's only a half-ton, but when you're used to driving a minivan, this is a bit of a difference. But yes, she is a very nice truck. Very, very nice truck. We're definitely, or at least I'm definitely enjoying towing with it. So, yeah, we'll finish this video by starting her up and let you have a listen. does come with dual exhaust. They're not just cosmetic. Man, she sounds good. And like our blacktop edition van, there's a lot of black finishes. You got the alloy wheels that are powder coated. The Ram badges are all black. It's a little hot today, so the air conditioner's running, but man, oh man, I do love my truck. The BA, that's just what was assigned on the license plate. We had to move from a passenger plate to a truck plate, but I joke with the family and say that the BA stands for Big Ass Betty. Anyway, hope you're having a fantastic camping season. We'll talk to you later.